Right, and then we're in. All right. Just get some shots of everything that's happening. Thank you, Luna. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Wow, well, that's certainly a resounding welcome to President's News this evening for the last hurrah. Hurrah! It is hurrah, it's not an R, it's hurrah! Hurrah! Just so many faces here tonight, young and old, a lot of athletes, a lot of former athletes, and Paul Ostrich. But anyway, one last time. And it's a good morning to Alan Stevens in Wellington and Rob Barker in Auckland, who I'm sure will be getting up to watch the live feed. They're also a lot luckier than us with their time zone for the Olympics as well, which is obviously getting underway. Great to see people down here that haven't been for some time. I saw Chris Ellis earlier, if you know Chris, there he is. Great discus thrower in his time. We also have an Orion athlete with us, Peter Betterlane, if you know Peter. So very welcome to you, Peter. So first off, I just want to quickly get through the news. So we have this week gold medals at the Euro under-20s, and we also had a YDL victory at Erith. So the Great Britain men's 4x100 metre, women's 4x100 metre and men's 4x400 metre relay teams triumphed in Tallinn after 3 exceptional displays from the British quartets at the European Under-20 Championships, and both with Blackheath and Bromley athletes in the teams. There was a dominant performance by the men's 4x400 metre relay quartet as they won a gold to officially confirm GB and Northern Ireland's place at the top of the medal table. They also did an under-20 world leading time of 3:05.25. So similar to the heats on Saturday, Brodie Young ran the superb first leg with a split of 47.31 to hand over the baton to Sam Reardon, who's a Blackheath and Bromley athlete, handing it over to him in the lead. Sam ran a 46.1 split in the heats and ran 46.2 in the final. These amazing times from Sam to give Charlie Carvell a significant advantage as he embarked on the penultimate leg. It was GB's first European Under-20 title since the 2009 edition in Serbia. Reardon, who took on leg 2, said, "During the whole thing I was just thinking that I need to get into the middle so it would be easier and quicker for the boys. I did my best to do my part." Moments later, the 4x100 metre relay team delivered a special performance to win the gold medal at the Cowdog Stadium, the first title for the team in the event since the 2003 edition of the championship. The same lineup had run a European under-20 lead time in the heats earlier in the day, crossing the line in 39.68, and they produced a phenomenal performance to win the title. Joseph Harding got off to a rapid start out to the blocks to give Jeriel of Blackheath and Bromley a great position on leg 2. As he motored down the back straight, the British team looked on course for the gold medal, and as Canoe handed over to the 100 metre champion Toby, the squad had the title in their sights. Once again, on the Ethan Wilshire on the anchor leg expertly pushed the team into victory from the Netherlands and Italy in a time of 39.74. And Jeriel said, "I'm grateful for the boys bringing it home. I wasn't slowing down anytime soon. As soon as it was my turn, I attacked as hard as I could." So in the closer to home, we had the YDL younger age groups, and Blackheath and Bromley won the match at Erith with 495 points ahead of Medway, who were a distant second in 380 points. There were outstanding performances from the young athletes, and I'm told we had a double in the 800 metres, and we have one of those winners here tonight. Where is Heath Griffin? So great performance from him. Well done, Heath, and the rest of the team. Really, really great. Now, of course, we've had a few homes over the years. We've been at the King's Arms in Peckham Rye. We've been in the Green Man in Blackheath. We've been at the Railway Hotel in West Wickham. And we've, of course, been at the wonderful Clubhouse, which we're here tonight to send off. And we'll soon go to Norman Park. But I'd like to ask John Turner, VP, to come over and give the Clubhouse a proper send-off. John, if you will.
Thank you. I'll try to face them. Is it all right if we go? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I really would like, can you all hear me? Yes. I'd really like to thank the President because he's got guts apart from anything else, because I emailed him at the weekend and I just said, could I have 5 to 7 minutes just to say something? And he goes, yeah, we'll run with that, that's great. And I thought, if I was President, I'd have said, what's it about? Can I see the script? Could we make a few changes? No, nothing. Let's go with that. So I think that's a great start, and I am very grateful. And
John Turner, uncensored.
it is. It's unplugged and uncensored. But and the other thing, they knew he was coming because the AGM of 1957, they said the President, he led. Sorry?
Louder.
Louder. The AGM of 1957, they said the President, he led with tact and good sense. And I think that's what we've got. And at the annual dinner in 1956, included in the toast to the President, it referred to him as popular, reliable, enthusiastic, sincere, an inspiration, dignified, energetic, and lastly and most importantly, standing for the traditions of the club. And I just say, hear, hear. Now, I'd like to say, we are a club of great tradition, and as long as we take the club spirit along with us, one way to our temporary HQ and the other direction to the new headquarters, we shall be okay. You can never carry all the people with you. I'm positive that when the club decided to leave Blackheath and move out to West Wickham and then Hayes, at the end of the train line and in the sticks, there was considerable unrest. Most probably the same when Peckham was left behind for Blackheath. But remember, this is now a new episode in the long history of the club. No one is the club. It is not the cross-country runners. It is not the road runners. It is not the track athletes. It is not the trustees, BBHAC or the committee. And although we all think it, it is not the Wednesday nighters. I don't know if this has ever been done before, but it should have been, it certainly needs to be now. I've got a copy, if anyone knows, the song of the Blackheath Harriers, 1904. Who knows all the words? Second verse, no? So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's a verse, then a chorus, and then you all come in because it's the club cry. And it says it has to be shouted, so it does mean that. Hayes Village always used to know if the club was at the headquarters or if they'd won their match, because the cry could be heard in the pub on the corner. So let us see what we can do. And a lot of you will know, but if not, it goes black, lack, 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 black, lack, 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 black, he. But sometimes they did 3 of it. So for the last verse, we're going to do black, lack, lack 3 times. So the lacks should be like the crack of a whip, really precise, and then the lung bursting extended black heath. So thank you all. Let's go for this. 1904, Song of the Blackheath Harriers. Hurrah for the joy of dashing across the meadows wide, through brook and stream splashing, and by the green hillside. Hurrah for the course that leadeth over furrow, copse and fell, the mire and thorn none heedeth when racing through the dell. Then here's to those sportsmen good and true that made our club, give them their due. Long may they still among us shine, who laid the trail in '69. Everybody ready? Black! 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 Not bad, you got two more. We care not for the weather, for driving rain nor snow. The pack sweeps on together, the trail our path will show. 'Tis true some call us madmen, to glory in the strife, but better mad than sad men, we know the joy of life. So here's to those sportsmen good and true, that made our club, give them their due. Long may they still among us shine, who laid the trail in '69. Are we ready?
Yep.
Black! 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 Heat! Lovely.
As an old Etonian, if I may,
Yes.
for the last verse.
Yes.
Hurrah for the squares entwined, the badge we all hold dear. While hearts are thus inclined, no clique, not split will fear. Some lads that wear 'em proudly have gladly served the king. Then shout the chorus loudly, we mean it when we sing.
He doesn't look that old, but he's the only one who knows the tune. So he must be older than I. So here's to those sportsmen good and true, hope you're warming up, that made our club, give them their due. Long may they still among us shine, who laid the trail in '69. Now we're going to go for three here. Everybody ready?
Louder than the train.
Right. Black! 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 Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Well, that was sensational. Absolutely sensational. Of course, we couldn't get very far on Wednesday nights without fuel. And this evening we do have Pat and Claire here. And we do want to say thank you to you for all of those meals that you have cooked and served over the years. Sadly missed. Dennis, I think you have something for them.
Yes, we had a little collection for both girls, and we'd like to give them a retirement gift. Well, sorry, Pat's retirement gift. And Claire's retirement gift. Excellent work you've done over the years.
And of course, to the two chaps working hard to serve the dinner this evening, I have something for Dennis and Gareth. I can see Gareth is actually quite overcome. There are tears in his eyes. It is a truly emotional evening for him.
Mike.
Thanks very much.
Well done, boys.
Right. So, to send you home with a smile, it's Tony's last chance to get out his ball bag at the clubhouse and entertain us with A 300 club draw.
Before I start, I'd like to thank all the guys who have donated their prizes to the club this year. And it's quite a lot. Drew Grace gave 50 quid in January. Steve Holliday gave 100. Richard Coles gave 25 quid. Mark Watling he had 3 wins between January and June. And that he had a 50, a 25 and a 25, which he has donated completely. And he said to me today, he said, I'm sure you only let me win because you know I'm going to give it to you. And of course, our president, who won £100 last month, has kindly donated it to the club as well. And I'd also like to mention, a lot of you remember John Fennick. Well, his wife has carried on with his 2 numbers. And he says if you ever get another win, he said buy the club a drink. So that's fantastic. Right, now the other thing, before we do the draw, we haven't been able to give the young athletes any money to travel anywhere. So we are instead swerving it into the club development fund. And I'm happy to present the president with a cheque for £15,000 for the development. So I'd like to thank everybody for their continued support and generosity. Right, I shall now ask the Presidente to draw. Yes, that's Tim. To draw a few balls out. Right. I actually, as a little added bonus, I added an extra couple of £25 prizes. Okay, so we've got 5 prizes in all tonight. Right, off we go.
The first prize is what, 75?
This is 75 quid, yeah. Well, no, your number isn't. I took it out this evening. 186.
Drew. No, it's 169. Sorry, mate. Sorry. 169.
169. 169 is roll of drums. Hang on a moment. 169. Well, I don't think he's here tonight. It's Ken Tonkin. So there we are.
Ken Tonkin, well done.
75, okay, and another one. There we go. $135. 135 is. He's not here either. Peter Moss.
Peter Moss, well done, Peter.
That's for 50, okay. And another one. And now these 3 are for 25 quid each. 17.
17.
17 and never been. How's the song go? Oh, that's 16. Ian Furler.
Ian Furler. Here's Ian. Well done, Ian.
One more. 2 more, rather.
93.
93 is. Hazel Laurie.
Oh, Hazel, well done.
I've never been this close to a winner before.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Morris.
Come over here. Back in the car.
Dave White. And that is it. Thank you very much indeed, and thank you for your continued support.
Well, in the time-honoured tradition of Wednesday night, I will now ask if anyone else has any news that they'd like to share with the club.
Drew's got lots of
I suppose for the rest, yeah, I suppose there's only so much you can do. In which case, obviously John has mentioned we're moving to a new home. If any of you have not yet had the opportunity to donate to the club fund, then Steve Hollingdale has a piece of paper and he can take your name and take your details. So that would be much appreciated if you have not yet. But all it remains for me to say is a big send-off to this wonderful clubhouse. It's been our home, but looking forward to the future. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy your evening.